So, new jacket, same route as the New Year's vlog. Instead, this is the channel update. At the time of recording, it's Sunday the 23rd of January 2022. I'm not going to say Happy New Year anymore because I've said it 3 times on the videos this year. I'm not going to need to say it anymore. But yes, here we are, channel update for January 2022. The last one was back in October. Bit interesting, hard to believe, but that's the case. So let's get into the usuals. Let's go through all the usual reviews of what's coming up and what's happened before, and my thoughts and feelings of the channel as always. So, subscribers, 303 to start with. I know it's not ideally great. It was 3 or 4 until this morning, and it went down again. So you never know, the subscriber numbers might have gone up a bit since then. So at the moment, officially only 1 more subscriber this year. Not the greatest thing in the world, but hey, not much I can do about it. January can be a quiet month, which is why I tended to have my sabbaticals then, but obviously that's changed over the past couple of years. So yes, there'll be a couple of occasions I'll be walking down here on this vlog, just to confirm that I am in the same place. There we are, that's where I was on New Year's Day at the end of the vlog. So I'm back on Maver Avenue again. A couple of few locations East Kilbride I think today, but we'll start off with some of the ratings and how I see each of the strands. Now, before back last year I gave you my idea of what my thoughts of success would be based on the percentage of views against the subscriber base. That's changed slightly, it's now not weekly but now monthly. And I've re-rated it just a little bit. So anything under 5% equivalent of the subscriber base is classed as a poor video. Anything 5 to 10% is a okay video. Anything 10 to 15% is a good video. And anything 15% and above is an excellent video. Here we go, another location up by Stuartfield. So, live streams, Deanstructors, they have been doing okay with the views. Quite happy with them so far. Kind of one-man band situation still, a one-man bank as I say as a joke. But still interesting to do and see. And action. About an hour a night every 4 weeks is about right at the moment for me. Without interaction, that's about as far as I can go, chatting. Then we have, of course, the vlogs. They're doing okay. There are worse strands that I can deal with, but the vlogs are doing fine. They're hitting quite good views. I mean, I'm filming, what is it? I've got 7 ready to go that I filmed. So if I don't vlog at all between now and August, I have enough. Although I am planning to vlog a couple of times over the next few weeks. I'm off for a week in February, so I'm going to make utilisation of that again. But it won't be with a hire car; it will be travelling through other means. But even so, it's still something I can do, and I have 4. I'm talking mince on this. The vlogs are doing okay. I don't have any issue with the vlogs for the foreseeable future. Just noticed my hat was a little wonky. Anyway, next up we have, of course, the 6 facts. They did well last year. All 8 did pretty well. Some were excellent. Most of them are okay to good within the month, but they are slow burners. And they do tend to light up a bit, not long, a couple months maybe later. Not all of them tend to light up straight away. So it's interesting seeing that. There's another 6 planned, and David Livingstone 6 facts is next month, which will tie in with the vlog to the David Livingstone Birthplace Museum, which I did back in August. Then we have the reactions. The reactions haven't been going a lot. There was only 6 last year, if I remember rightly, but they're all in the excellent category. They get good views very quickly, usually within the week they get good views, so they're always something that I like doing. And I think logistics, I'd rather do the reactions with people face to face than via Zoom. It seems to work better. So I'm going to make arrangements with Fraser to do another 6 with him, and possibly get Jamie involved as well, which will be fun. So yeah, we're looking at our picks as we speak. Then we have, of course, Deanstructor reviews Doctor Who. That series started being 2 a month this month. and it's going to be a rotation of a classic series story followed by a Big Finish audio followed by a new series story. So that is the intention with those going forward. So that's going to be interesting to see how that all works out overall. So I'm recording these basically 3 in a row, 3 in a batch. The idea is to try and get ahead, so when it comes to Who month, which looks like it potentially could be 6 in a month, the plan is to do 24 over the year of these reviews. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all mixes up, and I like the idea of the Big Finish because it gives me audio that I can play with and work with, and it's actually a good way of getting the turnover done a bit quicker for 3 in a month. I'm going to take a seat. All this exercise and walking and steps, and I'm preparing stuff for a vlog in the next couple of weeks, which will be interesting for you guys to see. But yes, overall, I mean, the strands are going well, the channel's going okay. It's early days in 2022, hopefully there'll be things that work out, but the plans are that we've got vlogs. If I can try and get the vlogs all up to date, or footage for vlogs by May, that'll be me sorted for the year. Ideally I want to be overlapping into the new year, into 2023, which is going to be the year of 100 vlogs as far as I'm concerned. Reactions, plan to do 6, might end up doing 8, I don't know. But the plan is to do 6 in the next couple of weeks, and maybe another 6 later in the year. Kidstructors and Quizstructors, that's the plan. 6 Facts is going to be 6 this year. It finishes with the BBC's 100th anniversary in October. All the other 6 Facts will be described as we go along. And then we've come to Deanstructor Reviews Doctor Who. Of course, I said it's 24 I'm looking for this year, and that takes into effect any theme months I decide to do with the other strands, which will be good. So this has been done about a week after the recording of the channel update, because I missed something out. Just very quickly. So the rebrand. Part of the reason we're doing the rebrand is because I thought it needed a bit of a refresh. I've virtually used the same logo with different colours for the past 6 years. So I like the orange tones. I'm kind of trying to lighten it a little bit with the orange that's used as the main colour scheme. And I just thought it needed a bit of a refresh, and that's why I called it, I kind of like a BBC rebrand, because that's effectively what the BBC did, is just tweaked around the edges and changed their font. The only difference is they're using a font that they actually own. I'm not. I'm using just a font that is in general use, I suppose. However, that's the key reason for the logo change, and it still looks good. It's still got that kind of slight rough edge to it that the original logo had. So yeah, overall, I'm quite pleased with the change, and hopefully you guys like it too as we move on down the years coming forward. Now, speaking of moving on, let's get back to the original recording, shall we? But that's it. That's really the channel update and the hopes and dreams, really. Next month is February. Of course it's February. You know it's February. We start with the live stream next week, Deanstructor. That will be at 7 PM GMT. And then we have, after that, the following Sunday will be the vlog to the David Livingstone Birthplace Museum on the 13th of February at 4 PM GMT. Then on the 20th of February at 4 PM GMT is my review of Doctor Who The Long Game. And then on the 23rd of February is my review of The Sea Devils, which happens to be the week 50 years ago. 50 years ago that week was actually when it was first broadcast, the story, so that's interesting. And I thought maybe I'd do that as part of the fact the Sea Devils coming back for the Easter special for Doctor Who. First impressions will carry on. They're doing okay when they get viewed, but first impressions will carry on. They will continue as Doctor Who episodes come out this year. But the intention is to do 5 to 6 videos a month. Plans to do 6 videos a month. A couple of weeks where you got doublers, and work it from there. So that's the intention for the channel. That's the intention for next month. That's right. On the 27th of February, I've got the 6 Facts for David Livingstone, so that closes off the month. And hopefully by that point I'll have stuff prepared for March. I'm about 4 weeks ahead at the moment, which is always a good thing, and hopefully it sticks at that. But that's really all. I do have the Patreon still. If you want to help out on the Patreon, you can go to the Patreon and put in as much as or as little as £1 or $1 a month to help support the channel. Always helps, always nice. If you want to find out what the schedule is, usually a couple of days before the end of the month, I'll put up the schedule on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook, the Deanstructor Facebook. So please don't miss out on that. You can have a look at it from there. And yes, if you like this video, don't forget to like it and share it with the hashtag teamstructor. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I say it right. I should know this by now. I've been doing it off pat for friggin' 2 years, or more than that. If you like this channel as a whole, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you know when a new video comes out. General every Sunday at 4 PM GMT. Well, that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you later.